Hi everyone, no stopping here, but my friends call me Keith, and today it's New Year's Eve. It's the end of 2025, and all I've got to say is thank goodness for that. 2025 has decided that it was going to kick everybody that it possibly could right in the stones, even if you didn't have stones. But it was going to find a way. So, what has 2025 brought to us, and what has 2025 taken away from us? Well, let me take a look back. A little bit personally, it has basically made me confront my second parent, my mother, having a bit of a medical scare. She's had to go through the opening steps of cancer recovery. She had to have surgery to take out part of the cancer. Had to go through chemotherapy. Had to go through radiation. And I went to be her. I don't want to say tour guide, but I went to be her chauffeur to make sure that she got to the hospital on time, safely, without getting lost and everything else. Because, hey, you know, them doctors, they're on a schedule. This year I made the crazy decision to build a gaming PC. And for about 6 months, that just kind of stayed stationary. I thought it was going to be easy to buy a piece here, buy a piece there, until I finally got everything together. At some point in time, in early November, I made the decision that I was, one, tired of waiting, and two, stuff wasn't going to get any cheaper. In fact, the infamous technological rampocalypse, as the nerds are calling it, have decided that stuff was just going to go up, 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 and as far as we know, they're not coming down in 2026. But I do plan on going over a little bit of that in a video in early 2026. So keep an eye out for that one. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit your notification bell just so you're aware when that happens. Let's see. Other things that have occurred this year. Financial failure. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one in that boat. Honestly, I feel like when it comes to people being on that boat, we would all be on the Titanic because the iceberg hit us, got us, and drowned us. But hey, hopefully 2026 will turn around, things will get organized, things will get better because you need a little breathing room in order to get more breathing room, in order to get stuff paid off, and to get your bank account straight. Let's see, we've done a little bit of redecorating. Some of my gaming componentry is now in the bedroom with me. I'm actually having to shoot this in daytime. My wife got a new position, so she's on a day shift schedule now. If you actually looked at my room from the before and the after, which I don't even think I have pictures of the before, but you'll find out that my gaming arena is no longer as sprawled out as it used to be. In fact, it's way more condensed now. Funny thing though, it doesn't seem to be hurting my gaming experience in my professional esports career. Going back to the wishful thinking on the professional esports career, I probably spent less time playing games in the last probably decade of my life. Like I haven't had time for games. I've just a lot of overtime at work for that previously mentioned financial issue, and going to work to afford pay for a gaming PC. So gaming itself took a back seat. Although on a side note, it was good to at least give NVIDIA's GeForce Now a try. I hate to say it, but GeForce Now in 2025, with my internet connection, it was good. It could have been better, but I mean, that's just the nature of trying to play your games over the internet. It's not going to be primo supremo. There's going to be lag. There's going to be moments where you might even disconnect. I think I've had to experience both of those. But the NVIDIA GeForce Now experiment, if you want to call it that, was enough to tell me that I really needed to finish my gaming PC. If this was going to be the way I was going to go, I had to finish my gaming PC. Um, so instead of burning $10 a month to NVIDIA, who already has more money than they know what to do with, trust me on that one, I decided to give my money one time, get what I needed, and just take care of business myself. And I got to admit, the gaming rig has turned out way better than I expected it to be. I kind of spent all year watching tech videos on other YouTube channels in order to understand what was the best option for me. That way I only had to buy it once, and hopefully I bought with enough headroom for future expanse. I don't really play games like Cyberpunk. I don't play games like Expedition 33, that sort of thing. But I knew that what I wanted to do was I wanted to play whatever my game of choice was. I wanted it to be in 4K, and I wanted to lock it down at 60 frames a second. My computer can do that. Playing with some settings, I've actually been able to get it in the hundreds during some of the more intense moments, and when it's just being lazy, it's doing over 1,000 frames a second, and I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, going, "How in the hell are you calling that 1,000? You get the same frame for 1 millisecond. Just multiply by 1,000? That's cheating." But that's neither here nor there. I don't know how all that technology stuff works. All I know is buy the right thing the first time. Now, I guess probably the biggest things that impacted me this year ended up being the fact that I was hoping 2025 was going to be a year to expand, try to do more things. Like I said, again, gaming PC, that way I could play some PC games, put some of that stuff up on YouTube. I'd also do some product reviews. I know it seems like this year I did product reviews for little wireless microphones, and you see me holding a wired microphone, which seems kind of counterintuitive because I was really high up on the Hollyland Lark series of wireless mics. They were great. Unfortunately, I kind of fell off the wagon. I wasn't doing very much in the way of reviewing anything because financial issues. So I decided to let them go somewhere else, and hopefully somebody else is using them to much better effect than I was. On the flip side of things, I decided to finally, like I said, use a microphone I've had for years and just wasn't actually using. Don't worry, I've got other technological hoarding going on here that I'd love to use, and maybe I will one day. I just got to figure out how to implement it. But due to sort of the whole not doing as much YouTube, not having the money for a couple things to test out even, and therefore no time because I'm always at work trying to take care of the financial problems I talked about. I just kind of ended up not doing as many YouTube videos, and then over Father's Day weekend, sort of YouTube became the farthest thing from my mind. Due to no fault of her own, at least I can never blame her for it. I lost my little four-legged best friend, and I never really knew how much we treat pets like they're family members until I had to make the decision to call for her euthanasia. And that is one of those things that I have been carrying with me since Father's Day weekend, is having to make that decision that she wasn't going to enjoy the quality of life that she had before, and it it has affected me. I have had just this sort of numb feeling ever since. And even doing this video, I waffled on it for a long time. I didn't know whether I wanted to make this video. I didn't know whether I wanted to even say anything about her. I have spent over 6 months trying to gather up every photo, every video I have of her, and I've tried to catalog it, organize it, tried to eliminate any duplicates I may have had of them, because I had duplicate backups everywhere because I didn't want to lose the memories. And what little bit of time I've had to do that always leads to opening the wound again, to knowing that she's not here, to knowing that the little cat that wanted to do nothing but just sit in your lap, be your best friend. She loved every person she ever met. Like literally people were her best friend. Whether it was me, whether it's my wife, whether it was my wife's friends, my friends, she didn't care. She'd just look at you. That's all she had to do. She had to look at you. It's just cute as hell. And you were just like, she's so pretty. Then you'd pet her and you'd come back with a wool mitt on your hand because she shed. But she had still a lot of life left in her. But unfortunately, the circumstances came up where she was in a very bad state. And I had to almost, within a 30-second window, make a decision as to whether or not I wanted to let her struggle, let her basically have to be protected 24/7 to make sure that none of the other cats got nearby and hurt her recovery efforts. And I made the decision that I couldn't, it would have been money I didn't have, the emotional toll, no matter which way this went, was going to be too much for me to bear. It was either going to be me being emotional, trying to, be her bodyguard while she recovered, trying to make sure the other cats didn't get around her and potentially cause her harm while she was trying to recover, to know that she was going to be in pain while she recovered. I couldn't do it. I couldn't watch her sit there and suffer. I couldn't watch her, struggle. It was watching her struggle is what made me pick her up and bring her to my house, take her into my life. And she provided me over 16 years of joy, 16 years of laughter, 16 years of training me to be a better cat owner. I don't even know how long it took for her to train me that she was telling me she needed the litter box cleaned or that she wanted water out of the faucet. But somehow or another, she taught me that. And unfortunately, the boys we have in our house, they don't communicate. All they do is jump up nearby and look at you like, pet me, human. That's what you're here for. Callie would at least look at you. There are times she would wait on me to pat the couch and tell her it was okay to come on up. She'd come up and she'd just sit in your lap. She'd come up on the couch, sit on the back of the couch right behind you, happy, content, just nap. She was a sweet little angel, and I'm going to miss her. And I feel like that is the biggest thing 2025 took away from me. I never knew just how much I would miss her until she's gone. To know that I lost my four-legged best friend, while at the same time knowing my mother is fighting off cancer. It made 2025 almost too much, too unbearable. So, with 2026 knocking on the door, I have one thing to say. 2025 took all of the pain, all of the evil. It took what felt like everything away from me. 2026, keep your hands off everything that I love. Don't you dare touch them, any of them, at all. And with that, I say, here's to 2026 being hopefully very cheerful, very prosperous, and bringing a lot of positive energy into our lives, your life out there as well. I may have a very small amount of subscribers and viewers, and very few people may actually watch the video all the way through. I don't know how much of this is going to get cut out, but like I said, I do wish if you see this video, somehow the algorithm puts this video in front of you and you decide to click on it, or you inadvertently clicked on it by accident, then I do wish that 2026 is your best year ever. And with that, thank you for watching.